So some people ask why our head gasket jobs cost more than other shops. I felt that this was a good opportunity to kind of show why. For one, anytime we do head gaskets, we take the cylinder heads completely apart. We measure everything. We make sure the guides are good. We look at the seats. We look at the cam journals, make sure that we measure all the valves, make sure they don't have any bend or warp or anything. And this is something that no other shop around here does. I don't know if really any shops do this, but the main reason we do this is because it's not going to do any good to take the engine apart, take the heads off of it, just slap new head gaskets on it, and then 5,000 miles later you got to pull it back apart because the valves are leaking, or there's any number of other issues. So the only way to truly know is take stuff apart, look at it, measure it. You can't just look, but you have to measure it and verify that it's correct. So this is an FB20. This is out of a 2018 Crosstrek. Came in, head gasket failure. It was pretty bad. There's lots of fluids mixing together and stuff. So we tore the heads down, and you can see here, see if I can get it to focus. The exhaust seats are very beat up. They're very pitted. Super common on the direct injection engines. There's so much carbon that's recirculated through these engines, and it gets in between the valve and the seat, and it just beats the heck out of it. Even the intake ones are pretty beat up too, because they just get so gummed up, and then it smashes that stuff between as it opens and closes. So at a bare minimum, what we do, even on just the cheapest of head gasket jobs, is we have these seat cutters. We have a guide slides in there, and then we can recut all of the angles if we want to. But on the head gasket jobs, we usually just refresh the surface. So we'll cut it just until it's got a nice fresh surface for the valve to seal on. And then of course we lap it just to see, kind of how it's meshing together. Lapping doesn't really do anything other than show you the contact patch, but we do that on all of them. We've measured all these valves for straightness. They all pass, they're all within spec. The seats definitely needed to be done on this engine. This would have been something that we could have just slapped head gaskets on and sent it down the road, and it probably would have misfired later on just because the exhaust seats were so beat up. We also detail the chambers. We always take the direct injection injectors out, put new seals on them and stuff, because when you do a job like this, there's just no way of guaranteeing that you keep everything out of the injector. There's no way of getting the tip of the injector clean. If you're going to redo it, just redo the whole thing. So yeah, I got this one done. Of course, we deck it. We'll put new valve seals in it. We'll reset valve lash because we did take a little material off here. So what we usually do is when I cut this, I take a measurement of how much I cut off here, and then I will tip the valve to make up for it. And then when we set lash, we'll have some adjustment with the lash caps and the rockers and lifters. So this is just a really good example as to why our stuff costs a little more, but it is better. This is part of the industry that not a lot of people pay attention to. We have to make sure that we can stand behind our work, and the best way to do that is to just do it right. There's no way to know that this stuff is right and this isn't going to be an issue without just taking it apart and looking. It's very rare that we pull these apart and we don't find these issues. That's why we know that it's so important to pull them apart. Even on the older EJs, they have the same issues. So there you go. There's a good comparison.